before the last one. Next week's episode will be the last of season 1. So it's the penultimate episode.
Oh, okay. You were going to say this is Gulps'N'Games?
I just did.
This is Gulps'N'Games.
The weekly show where we have some gulps, give you a little background on them, and then we play a game and give you a little how-to on it.
Yes. And before we forget, as always, we are not sponsored by anyone, beer or games, but if you want to, leave a comment. And you must be 21 to drink in America, and drink responsibly.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. We're always looking for any beer companies or game people that want to come on and share their drinks or their games. We'll even, like I've mentioned before, we will even like pre-buy a game if you're like trying to get it on Kickstarter so that people can see the play before it's even on Kickstarter, or if you just want to bring it with you and play it, or if it's already out and you're trying to get the word out there, just
we
bring it.
We don't pay for plane tickets to our house, though.
Oh, yeah.
Or any kind of travel or lodging.
This is for local.
We have a guest room. You can stay in our guest room.
If you don't mind the creepy dolls.
I'll sleep in the guest room, and they'll sleep in our bedroom with you.
We do only have one beer today. It was a lot pricier, so we only went with the one for this one. And full disclosure here, tiramisu. I always thought it was a Chinese dessert because they serve it at all Chinese buffets. Like, I don't know if you've ever noticed it, but almost every Chinese buffet has tiramisu as a dessert.
Don't they have it at like Olive Garden though?
I don't know. They might have it as an official. It's Italian, which I should have known because I am 0.5% Italian. Bapa boopy, bapa boopy.
I don't have any Italian. Nope.
Or
Chinese.
So today's beer is Ellison Brewing Company's Tiramisu Stout. It's a shame you don't have any Chinese. Asian girls are beautiful. I didn't say you're not beautiful.
I'm beautiful. Whatever.
Ellison Brewing Company's Tiramisu Stout, and Princess here has the information on them. So, she go ahead.
Oh, that means I gotta read it?
Yeah.
No.
I did most of the other talking.
No.
There's the brewery stuff.
This is about the beer itself.
You can read the beer itself. I'll read the brewery one.
Oh, okay. It's under a different tab.
This one.
Yeah. But you probably gotta get to it.
I gotta reload it. Look at that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean...
No, you didn't leave it right on there. Our story.
I didn't, because I was trying to find the beer on their website.
It's Michigan brewery.
Yeah, in East Lansing.
In 2015, Ellison was created from humble beginnings. At the time, Lansing didn't have a brewery large enough to sell its beer outside of its own tap room. That's interesting.
Really?
In 2015.
I guess I haven't been there in ages. It was pre-you the last time I was there for some partying.
Now there are breweries all over the map competing for market share. Ellison has made it a mission to experiment, a continual refinement of beer, wine, and spirits. Sure, they have the usual suspects, but they're also looking for new flavors. With over 700 different locations across the great state of Michigan, to purchase Ellison product, they'd like to say, people like our stuff.
We'll find out. I don't think we've had anything from them. I don't remember ever seeing this in the... Well, we got it at a lame place today, Kroger's. We have been trying to get them at cool places, but we got this at Kroger's.
Yeah, we like to go to the local whatever you call them, beer places, and distributors or whatever they are. So go ahead and tell us what the beer's about.
Okay. It says chill and can pour into a sniffer. I don't know what that is. Maybe we should figure out what that is if we're going to continue doing this. It's super fizzy foam explodes from the can, 3-finger taupe foam. Oh God, why do I don't know what people are talking about? I didn't read this part. I read this next part that I'm going to read. Okay. The aroma is coffee, roasted milk with a spice of cinnamon. taste is roast coffee, roast melts. I don't get any true Sammy sweetness or flavor. That must have been the person doing the review.
I was going to say, this is a review. This isn't the official description.
I couldn't find anything.
All right, so tiramisu is a Italian dessert where you take lady fingers and and you soak them in coffee. So you take the lady fingers and you soak them in coffee for like days.
Why?
And then he wanted some tiramisu. And then you layer it, and there's chocolate involved in it as well. So this should have some chocolate and coffee and cake flavors.
Well, this is from September 26, 2020. I couldn't find anything.
No, that's fine.
I didn't realize it was a review until I just was now reading it.
They didn't have they didn't have anything on their website describing the beer. There's nothing on the can. There's nothing on the box. So we'll be your review. Let's. Why don't we go ahead and you didn't pour yours? My head's already gone away. My 3 fingers. Actually, more 2 finger.
I guess I should have read the whole review instead of just part of it.
Sorry, we were just looking for a description of the beer. So now when you get most of it in there, you're going to want to dump the other on the top to give it the head. Dump it.
Most beers you don't want a head.
You want a 3-finger head.
This is why I need to be a bartender. Look at that.
But
look at that.
Look at your 3-finger head. You got your 3 fingers.
Yeah. Call me. Woohoo.
So. I smell a little bit of a mocha. It's very subdued.
I don't really care for the smell.
No, the smell's not the greatest, but usually with beers the taste is better than the smell.
Not always. I am. Ooh. I was, for some reason, expecting it to be bitter.
Yeah,
it's
not
bitter
bitter
at all. Ooh.
Can you silence your phone? My phone doesn't have silent.
I don't like the...
It's hard to get in there. That's what she said.
I don't like the taste afterwards.
Oh, I like the aftertaste. It's more coffee. It's got a cold brew coffee aftertaste to it, and that's probably why you're not liking it. It tastes like black coffee, which is what you would soak the ladyfingers in. I'm getting the first notes of it do have a little bit of a cakiness flavor to it. It's sweet. That's what the cakiness is. And very subtle chocolate notes, which is what tiramisu would be. Tiramisu is mostly coffee.
I don't like that either, though.
You don't like? You want more chocolate?
The dessert.
Oh yeah, you don't like tiramisu. I love tiramisu. That's why I've been seeing this a lot, and I've been wanting to get it. So.
Where have you seen it? We just told them we've never seen this before.
I've seen it. I didn't say that. You said that. I didn't know you said. I didn't realize that she said that. So I see it all the time. Every time we go to Kroger's, I see it, and I want to get it because I love tiramisu. It's probably Italian in me. Tiramisu.
It's not bad. I don't know if I...
Hey, the other 2 are mine.
No. That is not...
So,
I will drink beer that I don't like, for sure.
This week's game doesn't really make much sense with the Italian dessert beer because I thought it was an Asian dessert beer, and I was going to say it's an Asian game. It's actually a Japanese game, and I bought the Japanese version, even though it's all in English, don't worry. It's just, it comes with Japanese rules and an English rule book, and then there's really no writing on any of the stuff. So this game is called Mystery of the Temples, and it's by Oxeye Media, I believe. This is Emperor S4, but it's, I don't think it's anywhere. Board Game Walker. I'm not seeing the Oxeye. Maybe Oxeye does the English version, but... So you have all these gems, and the object of the game is to use the gems to break the curses. So we're going to go ahead and get set up, and then we'll be right back, and we'll explain how we set up, and then we'll get into playing the game. All right, so we got all set up, so I'll go over it and explain how. So first you take what are called the temple cards, and you put those out. For a 2-player game, you use the back of it where it shows the 2 dots and 3 dots, and for a 4-player game, you use the other side. So we're only 2 players, so we use that side. All it does is it takes away one of the abilities to score. You also then take the rune cards and you shuffle them up, and you put 4 in each one of those temples. You then take all the wilderness cards. The wilderness cards are these small green ones, and you put them in order going from 1 all the way to 10 around, and you put 2 in between each card. Now, for a 2-player game, we remove number 4, and it actually shows a bunch of dots next to the 4, and then the 7. Same thing, there's a bunch of dots next to the 7. For the 2-player game, you remove those ones, so we won't have those in those spots. You then take each one of your counters and put them on the scoring card, which is in the box right here.
I do too?
Yeah, I put it on here.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so you only have 5 of these. So the reason why is because on all of the temple cards, there's these little squares at the top above all the colored archway. Once you break 5 curses, which is each one of these boxes is a curse, the game is over when one player breaks 5 curses. The object of the game is to break more curses than everyone else. You get points by having more numbers of it. So like if I have 2 on this one of the Flame Wings temple, then and she only has 1, I win the most points for that one, and then that's the counters for to count up your points. You have gemstones, crystals, and each place that you land on, you get to collect crystals from. Now, there's so each temple has its own color crystals. So obviously, Flame Wings gets the fire crystals, and so on, and so forth. The temples can be in any order that you want them to be. It just says to put them down. You make like a circle on the table with the 2 in between. On your turn, you get to move 1 to 3 spaces. So you can either move via temples or via the wilderness spots. So if
These are temples?
Yeah.
Wilderness.
Yes. So if I'm on, let's say I'm on spot number 1, so I start my turn, I want to move 3, I go 1, 2, 3, and I end up over here. You stay only on the wilderness, and you skip the temples. If I'm here and I want to do temples, I go 1, 2, 3, and it's up to 3 times. So you can move just 1 time. So if I'm right here and I want to go to the water temple, though it's called Crystal Springs, I can just go 1 and I'm in there.
What's the object of the game?
To break the curses.
Oh, what are those?
The curses, so all these little squares inside of all the temples are the curses. And then in order to break them, you need to match the patterns. So let's go with the Flame Wings one. You can either start on the right or on the left. On the left, in order to get a curse broken, you have to get red, red, yellow, green. You put the crystals as you collect them on the card in any spot that you want on this card. And if you have them in the order red, red, yellow, green, you can break that curse and put your little counter on the 5, saying that you broke that curse. Starting from this side, you can go red, red, blue, and break the smaller curse, or you can go red, red, blue, green, and break the larger one, or red, red, blue, green, purple, and break the middle one. I believe with the points, whoever has the most points wins it. That's why it's like if you have the 3 and the 5, and I only have the 5, you win. But also, if you have the 3 and the 5, I have the 8. It still says that I win, or you win it because you have more numbers on it. So I think you get points for each of these. You move your counter up, but it doesn't say that. So as you start, and I'll go ahead and start. You choose one person to start. The person that starts gets the card that says 1A. The cards have this stuff at the bottom. That's for the advanced playthrough. We're just doing the basic playthrough, so that means nothing right now. There's also a 1B and that's an even more advanced playthrough. So again, we're just going to do...
It's very interesting that you said it's Japanese and it has Japanese instructions, but all these cards are in English.
Yeah, like the
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, the instructions are Japanese. The reference card has a Japanese
English
side.
And
German.
English and Japanese.
So you start off the game. You want to collect. Obviously, you want to collect stones. So I'm gonna, and you can start anywhere you want. When it's your turn, you get to start. Choose where you start, and you move so many spaces. So I'll start here, and I will move 1, 2, 3 spaces. It's yellow and colorless. So I have to collect those 2 stones and put them anywhere on here that I want to.
What's this got to do with getting a pattern?
So you see how I have the yellow down here? If I had a red one here and a blue one here, it would be yellow, red, blue.
Yeah.
That's how you do the patterns. So if I put my yellow here, my red here, my blue here, they don't connect, so there's no pattern. So I need red, red, yellow. So if I get a red and a red, I can put red here, red here.
So why do we have these clear ones?
The clear ones you use for all sorts of different things. So, where is it at?
I want to make a ring out of these, or a necklace.
So there's mana conversion. If you're on Wilderness cards 6 and 10, you can remove 3 colorless crystals from the crystal grid and take 2 crystals of any different colors. So 10 and 6 let you do that. You can't take 2 of the same color. They have to be 2 different colors, but you can turn in 3 colorless crystals and take 2 of any color that you want. Or on Wilderness cards 2, 4, and 8, we only have 2 and 8 because it tells us to take out 4. This one, you get to do mana upgrade. So on this one, you can take 1 or 2 colorless crystals from the crystal grid. That's this over here. And place them on the empty spots on the card to gain the indicated crystals on the covered spots from the supply. So you can put it on red and green, and you get to take a red and a green one, and you lose your 2 colorless ones by doing that. You're upgrading them from colorless to that one. Once you get 3 on there, which we might see as we're playing, you remove all of them, all the colorless crystals from the card. Okay.
I don't remember the question that I asked.
You asked what the colorless ones were for, and I told you they're for either upgrading or exchanging them.
Okay.
Okay. So now you get to go. So you have to take your guy, and you
start here.
Okay, and I have to move 1 to 2 spots from that one.
Can I land where
you actually skip me. So you skip me. So this would be number 1. 1, 2. Go here.
Oh.
Because you can't do anything there yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know what? You can. You can go here. So you take your 2 colorless ones, and if you want, you can place 1 of them or 2 of them on these colored dots right here. And then you get to take those colors from here. So, and you don't have to do both of them. You can just do 1 of them if you want to.
I'm going to do both.
Okay, what colors do you want to put them on?
Purple.
Okay. Okay, so now you upgraded your color list to a purple and a green. So you put those anywhere on your card that you want to.
I can't just leave them there?
Nope, you have to put them right into your collection dots. Okay. So now that's the end of round 1. So now it's round 2 and it's my turn again. So now I'm going to just move 1 space into the wilderness, and I'm going to convert these 3. Now, I do need to get 2 reds in order to get some of these, like red, red, blue, yellow, yellow, red. I might as well do that since I can't take 2 reds. I have to take 2 different colors. So I'll take a red and a yellow, and I will do yellow and red. Now it's your turn.
Oh, it moved me to 3.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you get a red and a colorless, and you put them right under your chart.
The colorless is like pink.
Yeah, I know, it kind of has sometimes it looks like it has a pink hue to it.
I don't have to connect it, right?
No, you don't have to. So now look, this one has purple, green, blue, and purple, green, yellow. So you might not want to put your red one near them, but then like this one's red, purple, green. So if you put your red right here.
So colorless is like a wild
No,
color?
yellow, colorless does nothing. Colorless doesn't affect it. Listen, red, purple, green. So now all you need, you can get 2 blues and have them near there, and you can do blue, blue, red, purple, green to get up to there.
I was doing that card.
Well, then do that card. Move it out of the way then. And then colorless, again, colorless isn't wild. Colorless has nothing.
So what do I do with this?
You have to put it on one of the dots right now.
Okay.
So now it's my turn again. So I'm going to move 2, but I'm going to go temple-wise. So I'm going to move 1, 2, and I have yellow, yellow, red, yellow, yellow, red. So I've put this on the 3. I've now broken the curse, so these I lose because I exchanged them in order to break the curse. I then draw the top rune card. This now becomes mine. And I'll explain that in just a moment. And then we flip the next rune card over. So now, every one of the temples and every one of the wilderness have rune symbols on them. So like these 2 rune symbols match. So if I move to this one, my rune symbol matches, and I do what's called rune resonance. So if I land here, I not only get the blue and the colorless, but I also get to pick up a yellow because it's the same rune symbol. So I broke 1 curse, so now it's your turn again. So
why would I want to land on that again?
You can put your colorless one on one of those colors here and pick up that color if you want to go for a specific color.
Yeah. I put it there.
Okay. But what color do you want to put it on?
Yellow.
Okay, so you upgraded your colorless to yellow.
On my turn?
That's it.
Okay.
Yep, that's the end of your turn. So now I'm going to go, and so I'm going to do what I just said. I'm going to move 1 through the wilderness. So I moved 1, this would be 1, and I get to pick up blue, colorless, and then I resonate, and I get to pick up the yellow. So now I get to put those on there. And what do we have? Blue, yellow, yellow. And I'll just put my colorless right here, and now it's your turn.
What is that one? 3 equal what?
If you have 3 colorless, you can exchange them for 2 of any different color.
Oh, I don't have that.
No, you don't.
But I can go here and get 3 colorless.
Yep. You have to put them on your thing. So I'm going to move 1, 2. Same symbol again, so I get red, colorless, and yellow. Where was I at? Was it yellow, yellow, blue? Yellow, yellow, blue. Yellow. Colorless. So, yellow, yellow, blue, purple. So, and then that's green. So switch the red one down here. And now it's your turn.
So I want to move to that, and I can make that so I get red.
You're going here?
Yeah.
Yep, so you can pick up 1 red and then 1 of any other color.
Okay, so now I got a pattern.
Yep, now you have to get here on your next turn. So it would be 1, 2, 3 would get you there.
Okay, I will let puppy in.
Pardon us for a moment. So while I was paused, I did look in the directions again. When you do break a curse, you do get the points. So on this one where I got the 3 points, I moved my marker in the box to the 3. And then at the end of the game, if I am the only one that has one here, or I have the most here, I gain additional points for that. So it's my turn, so I'm going to move 1. I'm going to use my 2 colorless, and I'm going to upgrade them to purple and green. Take purple and a green. Yellow, yellow, blue, green, purple. And then now that there's only 2 spots left on here, at the end of my turn, those actually come off and go here.
Why is that?
It just says that if there's 2 or less spots available, you remove all of them off of it. So because obviously no one can use it really other than the spots that are available. So these came off, and now it's Princess's turn. And you said you had the pattern, which was
right. So you said I don't have to count those, right?
Which ones? You don't count these. If you're going through temples, because you want to go to temples.
Oh, yeah, I do, yeah.
So it'd be 1, 2, 3, right? Because you did this one. So now 3. So now you did red, yellow, green, purple. So you have to put one of your blocks on top of the 8. I move you to the 8 in the little score thing. And then you get to take this. So now if you land on any of the cards that have that symbol, it resonates with the rune stone, and you get to take the extra blue stone. But now you have to turn all those that you used into here, because you have to use them to
So I get clear ones then?
Nope, you just turn them in. You fuse them together and use their power, so now you turn them into the piles.
Into here.
No, you just turn them into their
Oh,
designated.
back. So it's on the
Yep,
pile.
red goes to red, blue goes to blue, etc., etc. How did you put them all in the crystal, in the clear crystal?
I don't know, babe. I don't know. I'm learning the game.
Keep everything separated because we're OCD.
You are, not me.
Alright, so now it's my turn. And I want to go through the temples, but the temple I want to get to is this one. So I won't be able to do that on my turn. So I will only get to, I might as well not do that then and just collect more crystals.
Sure.
Yeah. So I will go 1, 2, and collect yellow, colorless, and yellow. And I'll just turn off the other ones that I need to get. Red, and yellow. There, yellow, red. Here's yellow, red. So let's put you here and you here and wrap you up to here, and now it's your turn.
Okay, I'm here.
So.
You did that already.
Yep.
So someone else can come and do that, or no?
No, 8 is always already taken. Nobody else can get the 8 now.
Could they do the
They can do the 5, the 5, and the 3. And whoever has the most of them covered at the end wins the extra points.
So I think.
So I did forget when you're moving through temples. Okay, it's collect or break. If you move through the temples, you can still collect. So this one you would collect a red crystal in if you weren't able to break the curse. So like if I had moved through the temples to get to this temple, I could have just collected the green crystal there.
We move 2 to 3, right?
Yep, 1 to 3. You can move 1 space, 2 space, or 3 spaces.
3.
Yep. So where are you gonna move
So
to?
I can move here, and I get.
Yep, but you won't be able to do anything on there because you have no colorless crystals.
Okay, so I kind of want to get here then.
Yep, or listen to me. This one right here, you get 1 red, 1 colorless, and it's also the symbol. Yeah, so you just move 1, collect your red, your colorless, and your resonated runestone.
I want to do that.
Yep, and then you collect the blue. So now you already you're a little further ahead. So now what you're going to want to do is you have blue and 2 blues and 1 red. So if you look here, this one, all you need is a purple, and you'll get the points for that one. Because you want to keep that in mind too. So now it's my turn. So I'm going to move through temples. So I'm going to go 1, 2. I'm going to turn in my yellow, blue, green, purple. I'm going to use those. I get to I broke the 8, so I get to go up 8, which is 11 points. Then I take this. So now, if I land on anything with the Triforce symbol on it, it resonates, and I get 2 colorless ones. There's, and then I flip this over, we flip this over. So this is showing there's more. So on this one, what this one allows you to do is on the one where you exchange, This one, where you turn in the 3 color list to get 2 of any color, you actually get to do an extra one, and you can do an extra one of any color that you want. So you can get 2 yellow, 1 red now with this if you have this card. So that was my turn, so now it's your turn.
One to 3 I can move.
Yep.
And these count.
Yep. Well, yep, keep going.
So I get a yellow, a clearless, and a blue because
Yep.
I have that symbol.
I'll just move 1 on this turn. I will take a blue. I will take a colorless. And I will take, what do I get? I get yellow, blue, and yellow. And the yellow. So yellow, yellow, blue. Yellow, yellow, red. Yellow, yellow, red, purple. So I will just put blue here and yellow here and the colorless one here. And now it's your turn.
Clearless, though. Bah humbug, that ruins my plan. Why didn't I realize that before? Bah, bah, bah.
Where are you at? You're there?
Bah.
So, I mean, you can move,
I'm looking to see what you don't know what I'm trying to do.
I don't know what you're trying to do. I'm just saying you can move here to pick up another colorless and 2 blue ones.
I don't need blue.
It'll just be on there for when you do need it. You can also use, so there's more advanced rules that I was going to get to as we start learning it.
Oh, I want to go there, and I want to get yellow.
You're just doing yellow?
Yes, and then those will need to come off.
Yep.
Right?
So there's 2 charms that you can do at the beginning of your turn. You can switch the location of 2 crystals on the crystal grid by spending... What?
Go ahead. I don't remember what I'm doing.
By spending 1 colorless crystal. So you can give up 1 of your colorless crystals to move swap the place of 2 of them on here. Or you can exchange charm. On your turn, you may take 1 crystal of any color from the supply by spending 4 colorless crystals. So if you don't want to go to one of these spots, you can just turn in 4 colorless crystals and take the one that you need. Also, any colored crystal can count as colorless. So if it says that you need 3 in order to exchange, you can do 2 colorless and 1 blue one to turn in to get different colors.
Okay. And now I understand all that if that ever happens to me. Because that's just how I learn, babe.
Alright, so what do I need then? I need green. I need 2 greens. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 1 green, and I can get, I'll keep that one. I'll just do 1 green. Now it's your turn.
Okay, so if I do temples, 1, 2, I don't need blue or red. Oh, but I end up over there and I need a purple. So I can jump temples then.
Yeah.
So that'd be 1, no, that would be right here.
Yeah.
Oh, dang Dang it! Rah! Guess I'm gonna move one, and I'm just gonna take it. Well, what happens if you get too many gems for your?
Then you have to get. You don't get to take that many gems.
Do I have to take those gems?
You get blue, clear, and blue.
Yep.
But if you run out of room, you don't get to take any more crystals. But again, you can use the blue as a colorless. So if you have too many blues and you don't need the blues, that can count as your 3 colorless.
Oh.
You can use 1 colorless and 2 blue ones. So pick up your 2 blue and your clear.
I'm not gonna set them here. Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to move 1 and take 3 colorless. Now it's your turn. Why don't we go ahead and stop recording at this point, and then when we get to the end, we'll come back in, because I think for the most of the gameplay, everyone seems to follow it pretty well at this point. At least I've explained most of it, and it'll just be us playing, and then at the end,
things happen.
We'll come back in. I'm just coming in for a quick bit because I'm doing one of those charms that I mentioned. I'm going to use the switcheroo charm. I'm going to use my colorless crystal to switch my yellow and my blue. Now that does not count as my turn. That's just something I do at the beginning of my turn, and it says you can do it as many times as you want. And so I take that to mean that if I had, with her, she has 3 colorless, she could make 3 switches on her board at the beginning of her turn. So then I'm just going to move into this castle here and break another card. Alright, so we're about to end the game and do the final scoring, so Princess is going to take a turn. This is her round. This is the end of this round, because I go, then she goes, and that's 1 round.
I move here. So I get a red?
She moved 1, 2, 3.
A clear and a blue, because I have that symbol.
Yep. Oh, these all got cleared off because there's 3. I forgot about that. So now on my turn, I'm going to move via the temples, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to play 2 blue and my yellow. This gives me 3 points, which is my final curse marker, so that would end it. So I get the 3 points.
Oh, because you're out of black.
Yeah. Once you break 5 curses, the game's over.
Oh.
Now, you finish. Everyone gets 1 final. You finish the round. So since I start the round, Princess does get 1 final move. I get this. It doesn't really do much for me right now, but you get points at the end, and I'll go over it at the end. But for having different of these the rune markers, you get extra points. So when we're tallying up the points, we'll talk about that. But so I got that. I moved myself up, and I'm there. So now you get 1 final turn. So can you make it to the temple that you were collecting for? Yeah, you needed 1 green one.
That was there. That's what I was going for, is green.
Yeah, you won't be able to.
Nope. So you win.
Yep. So there's no point in her moving because she won't get anything out of it. So I don't win yet. Now we tally up our final points. So first thing is you get extra points for the rune card.
Would I get extra points if I moved?
you get if you could collect another rune card that was different from the two you have, you would get more points for that, and you would get more.
But I only get a rune card if I can take a curse, and I can't break a curse.
And if you could break a curse, you would get the extra points from the breaking the curse. That's the only. Okay. You don't get any extra points for having more gems. So all right. So the first one to count up is your rune cards. You get 1 point for just having one rune card itself. You get 2 points if you have two different rune cards, which she does, so she gets to move up 2 points. I have 4 different rune cards, so I get 7 points. 3 is 4 points, and 5 is 11 points. So I get 7 points. Then comes the temple objectives. So, I don't even remember what these were for. I know it looks a little different, but real quick, we did do this, and then when it comes to the extra 4 points and 2 points, that's only with the cards, the objective cards that are drawn, so we would have only had the fire and water temples to get points from. I still would have had more points than her. Really the only reason why she moved up so far is because of all the ones that I gave her points for, but that's what the objective cards are for. They are the ones that you get. For 2 players you get 2, and for 4 players you get 3, and so that's where you get those extra points. I took it to mean that you calculate points for this, and then all of that, and then you also get 4 points and 2 points for being the first one to hit it and the second one to hit it. So I was wrong there, and I do apologize. I wanted to just throw that in there. So I'll look these up in just a second and figure out what these 2 cards are for, because I think, I get it. The first person, so you took this out, so I think that means you get 4 extra points because you were the first.
How do you know that?
You were because it's first, second. So the first person to break the curse on this.
Was I supposed to put a block there?
No, you didn't need it. You can't put a block there. I think you're just supposed to remember that you got. I think you're just supposed to move yourself up 4 points. So she's gonna go up 4 points here. You got that one before I did, and you got that one. So that's 12 points, right? 4 times 3. Then I was the second on that one, so I get 2 points.
I'm ahead of him right now.
Then I was the first on 1 and 2, so I get 8 points.
Oh.
So that's what those were for, and I completely forgot about these cards down here. So now we get our points for on here. So if you have the most on it, so 1, 2, and 3, I have the most on, so I get 12 points. You have the most on 2, so you get 8 points. So now in this one, that's why I went after this one, because we were tied on it. If we were tied and we each had 1 on it, then in case of a tie, the player with the most number of colored crystals remaining among tied players is the winner. So in that sense, she would have won the tie because she has 3 colored and I have 2 colored. But if there's also still a tie, then the most number of colorless crystals among the tied players is the winner. So let's say I had one more colored crystal on my chart. She would win now because she has 1 colorless with her 3 colored ones, and she would get the points for that. Now, everyone who is the second most, so in this case, since there's 2 of us on this one, she actually gets 3 points. 1, 2, so she's at 50, and I'm at 56. That'd be by 6 points. This is the first time we've played this game. I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah, I think if I play it a few more times, I'll think it's fun.
It's a little.
I would prefer to watch people first. They should know that by now.
I think it's one of those where it is complicated, but once you start playing it, it comes pretty naturally. It's pretty. I wouldn't say simple, but it's not so complex that you're like, this card lets me do +2 on this, but -1 on this.
There's no way I could read those directions, though, and understand how to play, but that's just my own personal issue.
You mean you can't read these directions?
Yeah.
Babe, don't try to speak Chinese.
I'm not trying to offend anyone. I don't know Chinese, Japanese. I don't know any other language, but English. I took a German class, but
I recommend this game though for people. I think I'm going to definitely want to play it more often, and it's something different. It's a card game, but it's not just a card game. There's a lot more to it than a lot of the games coming out nowadays that you've seen us play it's all card based. Like everything's card based, and this one you kind of make a map, and it's a different map each time because these are different places. There's also a bunch of different variants for 2 players, so in reality we can actually play, let's see, this is variants, but it looks like it's just one. There's at least 2 different ways that we can do it with just 2 players. We also have the 2 different ways to do the advanced rules, and we can do 4 players is slightly different too, so that's at least 4 different times that we can play this to show everyone how to do it. And, as always, thank you for coming. Thanks for watching. Thank you to the 43 people that have currently subscribed.
This is coming out this Friday, 26th.
Yep, 26. I don't know anyone that has a birthday this month in March.
Christina Spitz.
Oh, happy birthday, Christina.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. As I was saying though, thank you to the 43 people who have already subscribed to us. I hope that number is higher by the time I get to posting it Friday, the 26th. Who knows? We hope to keep growing. Like I said, this is the penultimate episode of season 1. We'll have 1 more for this year, and then it will be a whole new year, whole new season.
Who would have known that? My crazy idea that's long. Because it was during a quarantine.
If you have any suggestions for games, even if it's a game we've already played, if you want to see us do it again, maybe you think that we went too fast, or you just think seeing it again will be different, drop that down below in the comments. Let's get some comments going. Let us know down below any drinks that you'd like to see us play, any non-alcoholic, alcoholic, beer, cider, wine, mixed drink. If you have your own crazy made-up drink that you like to do, like she used to have the Fairy Princess.
I was going to say, what was that?
It had like tequila rose floated on top of it.
Was it Bailey's in it too?
I think there might have been Bailey's mixed in it.
Probably some kind of rum, because I like rum.
You wanted like a
it was color.
Yeah.
Like it was layered.
Yeah. It was yellow and pink.
Yeah.
And he put like colored sugar on the rimmer for you too.
Who did that?
Matt Spencer.
Oh, I was gonna say, was it Peaches or?
Yeah, Peaches.
Who's Jake? Nectarine.
Nectarine. No, Nectarine didn't do it.
No, it was Peaches.
But yeah, just if you have your own.
Tell us what that drink was.
If you have your own invented drink, leave us down below. Let us know. We will talk about you and talk about your drink, and we will make it and drink it. Like we did the Godzilla drink, which I don't think I made right, but it was different.
It was awful.
I don't think I made it right.
The first bit was fine, but the more you drank it was
but yeah, let's let us know about those down below. Let's get some comments down below. Hit that like button, hit that share button to get your friends to share. Hit whatever the bell button is. I don't even know what it is, but there's a button that's shaped like a bell. Click it. Let's see what it does. Maybe it makes a bell noise. We'll hear a bell in our house every time someone clicks it.
I don't know. I don't even know. I have a login, but you know that.
And if
I don't even think I'm subscribed. So.
And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends, anyone that you think might enjoy it. Let them know. Just
like to have fun.
And if you want to be in one of our videos, let us know. We will get in touch with you. We have a lot of 4-player games. This is even different with 4 players. If you enjoyed this, if you thought this game looked fun, we'll play with you. You come on over and we'll make another video with you. Anything you want. But yeah, thanks for coming. See you next week. Cheers.
That was L'chaim this time.
L'chaim is when